Good morning and welcome to another video. This week, more or less, we're going to implement new habits or implement old habits back into my life because I'm coming out of exam season. Exam season's been a bit tough for me because my screen time has skyrocketed because I don't really let myself do much other than study because I feel guilty because I feel like I should be studying. However, I managed to convince myself that when I'm on my phone, it's just for like 10 minutes. But those 10 minutes add up and my screen time, I don't even want to talk about it too much, to be honest. And it made me feel disgusting. Just generally, my body felt unwell, my mind felt unrested. And I don't want to go on spending my whole summer like this because I want to be happy. I think you have to work a bit towards happiness. I think that sounds a bit lame, but in the long run, I think that's how it works because happiness can be defined as like peaks of pure joy and ecstasy. I think another way to look at it is a general sense of well-being, including the peaks, but also including the calmer time and the more average moments. In order to be happy in those moments, I think one key part is to be present. And for me at least, and I think this is general truth, our phone really pulls us away from the sense of presence. And overall, I don't think you can live that way and live in sustained happiness. And sometimes it takes a bit of work, a workout, for example. We all know working out makes us happier in the long run. However, on the moment, if you haven't worked out in a while, you seem a lot happier lying down than running and sweating buckets, But it's an endless loop, and I'm gonna get on a happy loop. I'm gonna choose around 5 habits that I want to re-implement this week, and then this week that's gonna be our main focus. Our main focus, amongst having post-exam fun, is going to be to integrate these habits, so I don't spend the whole summer on my phone. So yeah, we're gonna find 5 habits. 5 is a good number for me. If you want to join this and you make your own list of habits, that'd be really cool. So these are our 5 habits that we're going to implement this week. The first one is a general slow morning and morning yoga off my phone. That sounds like 3 different habits, but they're all interlinked. Lately, because I'm trying to track myself, I start my mornings on my phone. It's horrible. It basically sets yourself up to spend your whole day on your phone. So no more. Mornings off my phone and morning. I love morning yoga. I feel so good after, my body and my mind, everything feels good. When I get into running again, now that spring and summer is here and the weather's a bit better and I have more time, we're gonna run. Then, and this is partially to combat the phone addiction and partially because it feels really good, I want to create something every day. Draw, paint, sew, collage, I don't know, every single day I want to do something, even if it's a 5 minute skit, I don't care. Similar note, I want to read every day. I want to get back into reading. So many books I want to read. Is that quote by Sylvia Plath? I think I've actually mentioned this before in the video, where she's like, I'll never read all the books I want to read. I'll never see all the places I want to see, etc., etc. I relate so heavily. But the only way to read all the books you want to read and to see all the places you want to see is to actually read. You have to read the books. That simple. And finally, and I just started this again, is to journal again, just to recenter. And in order to find a sense of well-being, you need to know where you're at. And then I lied, and there's actually a 6th habit, and that is eating well and spending time cooking, because I love to cook, I love to eat well, and I want to eat healthy. And it's mainly for breakfast. I think mornings are quintessential because you're setting your day up. You're setting up patterns for the rest of your day. So if you eat healthy, that's going to translate throughout the day, or at least it's going to make it easier. If you take care of yourself first thing in the morning, it's going to make it easier to carry on your day with that at heart. Those are my 6 habits, and I'll keep you guys updated on how it goes. Some updates. I went shopping for some oil painting supplies so I could start a painting tonight and kickstart the creative aspect. So here's a little haul. I got 2 paint brushes for oil painting because some of mine are a bit damaged. Then I didn't get too much. I got some elastic thread so I could make this one project. And finally, I got these 2 canvases. Plus, I read a second one of John Berger's essays, reading his book Ways of Seeing. And the thing is, I read like in my bus, on my way to places. So I read in snippets, which doesn't make too much sense for an essay. And I'm gonna go over it tonight, reread it all, and read it in one go, the essay. First things first, however, before I start a painting project, I want to make a thank you card for my physics tutor this year, who was so kind. So I'm gonna make a little card now, and then I'll start painting either today or tomorrow. Okay, so I just made dinner. It was super yummy. I think I really need to delete TikTok. I notice such a difference when I have TikTok versus when I don't on my time spent on my phone. And yeah, I think the main thing with this challenge is to make it as easy as possible. Make sure I do the things I like to. No unnecessary pressure. Hello, today is day 2 of my summer holiday. I didn't film yesterday because I was hungover. Today is the day though. The plan is first I'm gonna clean my whole bedroom. And then I think I'm gonna start painting. And then I'm going over to a friend's place tonight to watch Bridgerton. And I'm currently packing because I'm going on a little spa trip with my mom and sister. And I thought while I packed my bag, we could talk a little bit about the last few days. It's been really good. First things first, it's been really, really good. In general, I've been spending less time on my phone anyhow because I've been spending more time with friends. So I've had a couple sleepovers, some partying, a picnic in town, things like that going on, which obviously help to not go on your phone. By building these habits, I've also allowed myself to get off my phone in moments when I'm home alone, when I quickly would go on my phone. And I think it's a vicious cycle because the more you spend time on your phone when you have free time, the more you spend time on your phone always. And that feels horrible. It makes your mind feel horrible. So I'm not demonizing social media. I'm not demonizing spending time on your phone. I'm just saying that being on screens excessively takes away from real life experience, I find. So and it makes you waste time when you could be working on hobbies and passions and finding hobbies and passions if you don't have any. So that's a really interesting thing, and I've been thinking about it a lot. Where this girl was talking, I think this was a TikTok or something. So she believes that overconsumption has become a problem partly due to the fact that people no longer have interest in hobbies and things to work towards, and that instead we replace it by shopping, shopping, shopping. All this to say, I think hobbies are super important. Besides the whole overconsumption is a bad thing, it's also really sad to tell yourself you're replacing like a true authentic passion by just buying stuff. I don't know. And I felt myself sliding more and more into that as I spend more time on my phone. Lost focus on some of my passions, but also was constantly reminded of all the things I could and should buy. Yeah, all that to say, this has been really great for that. Welcome to our final update. This is the first week completed. I felt good. This week was a bit easier, as I mentioned, because it was the first week of holidays, so that really helped. But I was just way less drawn to my phone. When I woke up this morning, it wasn't the first thing I wanted to do, and I think this is going to be somewhat of an ongoing challenge. The main thing I learned was to keep your goals in mind, but be flexible with them. As in, I couldn't really run because of weather and my day-to-day life, but I was active in different ways. So I think it's important to have goals, but it's also important to adapt to your life and to not fixate to all or nothing mindset because there's going to be way too many nothing moments. Balance is key, but I will be doing this again really soon. Thank you for watching.